All right, we made it. Wow. I didn't think we'd get this far. Congratulations. Awesome. I'd like to welcome everyone to a long time coming episode of A Breath of Fresh Air. This podcast started last year in January, and it didn't really take off because the world went to shit. And you know, again, long time coming. We've been talking about this for longer than I should have, you know, to get the ball rolling. But obviously we're here. We're going to be back. We're going to be doing 2 episodes a week, actually. We're going to be talking about just about everything and nothing at the same time. It's going to be good. You guys are hopefully going to have a good time here. I'd like to go ahead and introduce the co-host for today's episode. It's going to be Mr. Jones.
What's going on, guys?
And, dude, we got some pretty messed up shit to talk about today. I'm not going to lie. A lot of good stuff, too, though. We'll get into it, guys. If you wanna smile, if you wanna cry, this is definitely where you need to be. Again, throw a quick shout out to our friends at Anchor.fm. As you know, they're a child company of Spotify. They're the ones that we're using to produce a stream and make everything work. So big shout out. Thank you guys for not banning me for an activity. Appreciate it. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about COVID, man. Is it crazy that, like, you can go outside and don't have to wear a mask now? Like, what is that, dude? And Jones, I got to tell you, dude, my wife was hilarious. She Amazoned, like, 100 masks, right? And they get here yesterday. I'm like, well, what's this all about, man? But, you know, I didn't even think about it. You know, yeah, you know, in Utah, we don't have to wear those masks anymore. But the employers at certain locations are still requiring masks. And I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know, so she whips them out, and I'm like, that's too late. And she's like, well, actually, no, it's not. And so, anyway. So I felt bad, dude, but...
Yeah, they do that at a lot of stores here in Arizona, dude. Some Circle K's and some fast food places, you still have to wear that stuff in there.
Well, and I couldn't even breathe with that thing on, dude. I can't breathe at all, dude. I'm a big dude, you know? It's like, all right, let's restrict your mouth. So you know, Darth Vader over there.
Airplanes are the same thing.
Oh, I couldn't do that on an airplane. I could not do that on an airplane.
You have to wear it over your nose and your mouth the entire time.
Nope.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Nope. Give me a shoe.
Unless you get to go to the bathroom.
No, I choose parachute.
Or eat. You can pull it down to eat. It's not like that's gonna...
I would be constantly munching on a bag of peanuts, dude. I'd be sitting here, or like drinking my water, right? I'd be like this. I'd just be like, sip. And holding it right to my face. Sip.
I think I took Idaho, dude. I pulled that mask down. I was munching on those little pretzels they gave you. I took squirrel bites, dude. Literally.
That is
the entire
ridiculous.
time.
You've got to, man, you know. It's like, I don't know if you ever went to church, man. You know how, like, give you bread and water and stuff?
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You just sit there, dude,
100%.
and that bread, dude, you just are sucking on that all day, dude, because you're fasting, you can't eat, and whatever else, dude. Oh, my gosh. Drives me nuts. Anyways, yeah, so the pandemic. I mean, are we done? What's, you know, for me, it was different. I was doing private security, right? And, you know, I just sat in my office all day, man. You know, I'd walk around, check doors, do you know, whatever I needed to. But most of my stuff was administrative, so I just sat in my office, no mask, vibing. You know, what was that like for you though with your work?
So I'm employed with Amazon, and I'm a driver. I drop off packages every day. It didn't really change for me, other than wearing a mask to load up. To when you're driving around, you don't have to wear a mask. But when you get out, gotta put that puppy on. If they answer the door, they answer the door. If they don't, you leave it right there. Hand sanitizer. It really wasn't that big of a deal because I didn't have to wear it while driving. But I mean, I get it. But yeah, the whole mask thing kind of confused me because it didn't really. Now we know it didn't do anything. It was pointless.
Well, and here's the thing. For some people, it's hard. My wife, right? She works at the bakery. She is doing all these special orders for people with cakes and brownies and whatever else she does, bro. So that's like her whole thing, you know. But I don't, you don't know this obviously. When you come up and visit, you know, here whenever you do, you will understand. Her store that she works at is famous for their donuts.
Ooh.
They're all Texasized. So they don't mess around. And, you know, so aside from doing all this stuff and having to talk with customers and answering the phone with that mask on, right?
Yeah.
She has to go out, you know, to the donut case and bag donuts for her clients and stuff, right? And you can only imagine, like, customer service I feel like has changed a lot in the pandemic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like before COVID, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry about that wait, this and that, you know, and like during COVID, and even now, you know, as things are starting to go back to normal, if we can even call it that, you know, it's like, we're short-staffed, no one wants to work here, shut the hell up, leave us alone. Like, the whole face of that industry has changed, I feel like.
Dude, that's another thing.
Maybe Chick-fil-A is different, I don't know, man. Where are we at there?
Dude, no one nowadays does not want to work. You cannot find anyone that wants to work. Like, where I'm at, dude, it's literally, we are struggling because people are just leaving to get unemployment and not work.
Wow.
It's really bad. And there's a select few, like a handful of us, like me, you, your wife, a bunch of our friends, that will actually take time to do hard work and get rewarded for that. But people want to join, raise hell, get fired, get unemployment, and then mooch off of that. There's no one that wants to do the actual work to get shit done.
That's crazy, man. And here's the thing, outside, for those who, you know, have a following of me on a consistent thing, I don't leave my house. Like, you know, if you talk to, you know, obviously Jones, you understand that, you know, as our friendship builds and grows, you know, but if you ask maybe Nate or Jaden, Curtis, obviously JC, you know, because you talk to her, you know, a lot more now. You ask any of them, like, yeah, do you see Aaron leave his house? No, dude. I don't, man. I leave once a week to go shopping and date night at the best. You know what I mean? I don't like dealing with people anymore. It's so much easier to do what we're doing now. You know what I mean? And I think people are starting to understand that. Remote work has gone up crazy. OnlyFans, dude. I mean, if I had a set of titties to show you guys, I would, but it's just not happening today. But I mean, everything has changed, man, and that's crazy to think that if we looked back before and say, you know, if we had a global pandemic and everyone went crazy, would you expect that we would be where we are right now?
Dude, because of the pandemic, I am where I am. That's how I met you. That's how I met Nate. That's how I met Curtis. That's how I met pretty much everyone, dude. If this shit didn't happen, I would not have joined and met all you guys. So,
well, yeah, and I left my job with security in January. I walked out. I was done taking crap and being treated like a doormat. Funny enough, the boss left the company, but, you know, who knows if it's better or worse. You know, and now I do exporting to, you know, different companies, or not different companies, excuse me. Well, yeah, you know, different places across the world doing meat export, and, you know, that's fun. It's nice to be at a job where you're actually appreciated, you know, and if you genuinely don't feel well because you're puking, you're vomiting, you feel like you just got stepped on by an elephant, like, they understand. It's like, no, take the day off, you know. It's going to be okay. We know that when you come back, you'll work just as hard and you'll get your work caught up and we won't have an issue. Like, it's nice to be appreciated, bro. And my understanding is that Amazon, where you work, you know, dude, I pay your paycheck so bad, dude. I'm gonna be honest, Joe. Like, if we got down to the numbers about how much me and JC are on that Amazon Prime, dude, I'm guaranteeing you we probably pay your specific paycheck, if not you and a friend. It is so bad. But again, we're paying for the convenience. We don't like to leave the house if we don't have to. You know, we'll invite people over. We always have people over, right? We have our roommates. We have our wonderful dogs. You know, I mean, so we're living our best life. And don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we have, you know, like, we'll go out as a family, or we'll do this or that. But yeah, we don't leave anymore. And I didn't leave before. Just to be clear, that hasn't really changed. But from, like, my wife's thing, she'll go out and leave, or she'll go out with the girls and they'll eat and go shopping and this and that. But even then, today, it's different, dude. Shopping has changed. The market has online sales have been explosive, obviously. So now not only do you have to worry about your subscriptions on the hub or whatever, or your Netflix, but you've got Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Amazon Video, ABC, Disney Plus. I mean, there's so much. I mean, everything is changing. Everyone is moving to the technical side of things, which really gets me excited, Jones. Because I'm telling you, dude, before I die, like my goal is to be in full dive gear, bro. Have you ever seen Sword Art Online?
No.
Okay, I know what we're doing today after the podcast. But you fully immerse yourself into VR.
Oh.
You put on a headset and you start it up and then you're done. You're in your virtual world. Yeah. So I mean that's one way to escape the haters.
True.
So how do things look like from a family time perspective, man? I mean, like I said, we'll go out get dinner or we'll go. Like, we went axe throwing a couple weeks ago, and let me just be clear, I might be the worst person to ever throw an axe that ever existed.
Nah, but it's definitely different. Before, there was a lot of, we could go a lot of places, and obviously we would spend that time together, but now that it's, like, when it was bad before, where you had to stay home for that period of time, it was nice, but at the same time, it's like, dude, we gotta have some space, we gotta do something here.
Yeah, you don't realize how small your house is until you're living there.
Yeah, when you're there for over 2 months and can only go out for groceries and shit, you really don't understand the, oh my god, I needed to get out of the house. I need to go get groceries, dude. I needed to just get out.
Have you been to Costco recently?
Yes.
It has gotten so bad there.
Yeah,
it is busier. It is worse than it was pre-pandemic.
That's why I go to Sam's Club. Sam's Club is where it's at.
I have a membership to both. We actually get our Costco membership. It's a Christmas gift we get every year. And then for Sam's Club, I got it for $15 instead of like the 50 or whatever. So I'm like, yes, yeah. Because Sam's Club is closer to the house. But anyways,
yeah.
It's out of hand, dude. I mean, from a hobby standpoint, obviously, sitting at my desk is my passion. I've built the new beautiful supercomputer for myself. Retail's up the ass last year. And I've started, getting more serious into Twitch, as and that's kind of taken off. We've got, the podcast that we're trying to restart up. I've been dedicating myself a lot to online communities to, learn and grow with them, with FLE, Contagion, come and go. It's been really great. But, I mean, my hobbies haven't really changed as much. I mean, if anything, the things that I really love to do is, like, once a month I'd get all the boys over and we watch, like, 2 or 3 Star Wars movies or do a Lord of the Rings marathon kind of thing. Like, I don't, those hobbies don't exist anymore. I mean, where are you looking at there? Is it just me? Am I doing this wrong? Or...
No, bro, it's the same. It's the same thing for me. Before, I mean, I had people coming over and we would hang out, we'd go places, we'd do all that, but when the pandemic hit, everyone kind of panicked and was not really thinking straight, and we shut everything down. And obviously I lost several friends because of it, but it's not like I hate you thing. It's just like we kind of just lost our friendship over it because we couldn't go do shit or go hang out or any of that. But yeah, my main hobby is, like you, I'm a gamer, dude. I really enjoy it, but at the same time, I love sports. I am a diehard Green Bay fan. It's gonna sound a little uneasy, but I'm a Cubs fan also. So that's a little bit icy.
Love for Sammy Sosa. I do have a quick question for you since you mentioned it. Speaking of sports, how is the NBA Finals or whatever how's that going?
Okay.
Because I know nothing about sports anymore. I used to be big. I used to play football. I was looking to go to college and professional. It was all lined up. I got hurt. The end. So where are we at in basketball? I know that's what's popping.
So the Suns are in the Western Finals against the Clippers. Game's going on right now. Suns are down by 1 in the second. 5 minutes left. Chris Paul is currently out with COVID. He is going to miss this game, but he will probably be back Tuesday. Either Tuesday or Wednesday, I think.
CP3, right? The
Yep.
CP3. I love that guy.
Yeah, he came in here and he turned the Suns around. He made Devin Booker, Ayton, Crowder. He literally flipped the Suns around. They popped off in the bubble.
Crowder didn't he play for the Jazz?
He did.
Crowder's a
But
good player.
they snagged him in a trade, and that literally, he's a trash talker, but dude, that guy can straight up play.
Oh yeah. I the only reason I know is because I know about the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell, I think, is out for the Jazz, so I think the Jazz are not gonna do it this year, man. Donovan just, he's so athletic and he gets hurt so much because he's getting double, triple teamed and stuff. But again, I haven't seen him fix his peak. But anyway,
Yeah, the Jazz ended up losing to the Clippers, so they're out. But
Jazz
the
are
Clippers
done?
Yep, so whoever wins this series with the Clippers and the Suns goes to the finals. So the Suns have a chance. To
let's
go. To the finals.
go. I would love for the Suns to do stuff.
would too.
I'm not a big fan, obviously, but I mean, I gotta respect my boy Steve Nash. Back with him, Sean Marion, Andre Stoudemire, back a long time ago. That was a Suns team, dude. That when I had to play them in video games, I got scared.
Yep.
Because Nash will just whoop, and it's in every freaking time. So, well, that sucks for the Jazz. Go Suns, I guess. We gotta root for our boys. So I want to move over to a new segment of the podcast. It's called Meme of the Week. So obviously when we're going over these things, I just want to go over a meme with you. If you have anything you want to share, let's do that. So as you know, Jones, I've got the two dogs. I've got Pepper. I've got Chili Boy. And so this is a meme about dogs. It says, I came home and my dog peed a little because he was so happy to see me. None of my friends pee when they see me. I'm surrounded by a bunch of fakes.
All right, I got one. This one says it's about a fox. All right. It says it's kind of corny. I hate corny animal puns. For fox's sakes, please stop.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then I got another one.
All right, let's have it.
And it shows a lion in a bed, and a guy is right next to it. It says, "What you doing? Just lying here."
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Can you quit foxing around? We're trying to host a podcast.
Oh my god.
So I mean, mine hit me a little bit close to home, dude, because obviously, I told you this. My sister came home from Arkansas. She's been out living in Arkansas forever, and she moved back Thursday, so we got to go see her. And she came over Friday to the house, and both the dogs, they peed a little. You know what I'm saying? They haven't seen her in forever, and I'm just happy they remembered her, dude, and they did not leave her side until she left the house, and they were, like, pissed that she left. You know what I mean? They're like, ooh. I love that.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm realizing that I have a soundboard that we haven't been utilizing. I apologize.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. We'll work on it. I want to talk to you about cars real fast, man. I know that you bought a brand new car, and I'm gonna see if I can get that up on screen for everyone so that they can see that car. Yep. But tell me about your dream car, bro. Because I know you got a brand new Tacoma that's beautiful. But what are you looking at dream car wise?
I mean, ideally, if you asked me right now, what is my dream truck? It would be
or truck, yeah, I guess, right? Because
2021 GMC Denali diesel.
Okay.
Fully loaded, lifted, black rims, yeah, tow package, all that good stuff.
Okay.
But if I had to go to the car side, it would be a 67 fastback Chevelle.
What does that look like? I don't.
So do me a favor, go into your browser.
So right here, guys, is a picture of that car that Jones was talking about. That's the car he just bought. It's a 2000.
That's my first truck I just purchased on my own.
I don't know what year it is, but it's a brand new Toyota Tacoma, and
it's 2021.
It's this exact car right here. It is beautiful. I really am in love with it. I'm not gonna lie. Very jealous. Can't wait for you to come up and sell it to me. But that's where we are right now, man. But yeah, no. So dream car for me. I mean, listen, this is gonna sound wrong because I'm never gonna be able to actually use this car, and a part of that's sad. the Toyota Supra. Okay.
Ooh.
As you know, it was out of production for several years, right?
Yeah. Oh, the 21 Supra.
They brought it back with a new look. It looks beautiful, man. And that's a car I'm always going to love. And for me, it's a dream car because I know I'm never going to be able to drive that car. I don't think I'll ever be able to get myself to a weight where I'm going to be able to comfortably be able to get in and out of that car. But, dude, it's fast. It's pretty. It's always been good. A couple of their models suck ass. It is what it is. You know, you can't drain a three-pointer every time you shoot unless you're Stephen Curry. But anyways, but that's kind of where we are, you know. And I'm just blown away by, you know, the work that the Toyota's put into that car over the years, and them bringing it back after it's been inactive for a while really got me excited for.
It was banned in the U.S. They banned the 94 Supra because it was not safe long term.
Yeah. It was fun long term.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, it's one of those toxic relationships, right? You know, if you drink too much or if you, I don't know. If you play Dead by Daylight, it changes you. But, yeah, no, so that's a car I'd love to have. Will I ever have it? Absolutely not. But you and me have both talked that I'm really excited for a truck, and I can't wait. But again, with looking back at the pandemic a little bit, dude, prices are ridiculous right now on vehicles.
Oh, dude.
I mean, you were able to get your truck for a steal, and I mean, good job working with the dealership and whatnot, but I mean, my brother's like, yeah, no, people who bought new trucks are selling them back because they're getting such a great resale value for it right now. And that's so tell me about that, because you know more about the auto industry than I do. What's going on there with that?
So everything is being mass produced. Like they literally cannot make trucks fast enough. Like I was so lucky to land that truck because the truck pulled in, backed it off the trailer, and they pulled it off for me. The rest of them sold instantly. There was people literally waiting, and they all sold.
Wow.
They like my soon-to-be brother-in-law works, and they own like 4 dealerships up in Idaho, and they own 2 down here, and then 2 in Montana.
Mm-hmm.
And he offered, because my dad just bought a 2019 Denali last year, and my dad bought that for like $70,000.
That's a treat. That's a treat and a half.
He said that he would buy it back from him for $75,000, 5 more than what he paid.
Did he sell it back to him?
He did not.
What?
He loves that truck. It's ridiculous. Like that Tacoma, the dealership said if you buy that, if you come back with it, I guarantee you'll sell it for 2 less than what you bought it for.
That is crazy.
And that's with low miles.
That's crazy.
Or semi-low miles.
Well, and that just goes to show, man, how much things have changed. I mean, I love my cars, man. I love to drive them, and that's about as far as I dapper with that, bro. I don't mess because, you know, again, so far I've stick with Toyota. They haven't broke down on me. They've always been great. I'm going to be able to run them for a couple 100,000 miles without, you know, breaking a sweat.
It's hard to kill a Toyota, dude.
Dude, you got to try.
Yeah,
you know what would really kill a Toyota? Yeah, 3 guys beating it with crowbars. Anyways, that's an inside joke if there ever was. But back where we are. So where do you think the future of cars are going to be, man? Because I know that your dream car is going to be a diesel, and so on. But where are we looking as far as the future? Because here's the thing: both of my cars are 2013s. I'm looking to make a purchase for a vehicle maybe in the next 5 years. But again, that's a vehicle I'm going to be paying most of it down because I'm not going to deal with the loans and crap.
Yeah.
I don't need to play the credit score game. My credit's great. But at what point should be knowing me? Should I be looking for an electric vehicle or one of these hybrid vehicles that are up and coming? I mean, gas prices in the last month have gone up by like 30%. It's getting out of hand. So where do you see my future in with cars?
So for me personally, and what I like to do is I want to be able to haul stuff. I want to be able to go fix stuff. I want to be able to throw stuff in the bed of my truck. For you, if you're not that type of person and you are looking for strictly just, I need to commute to work if I want to go on a long trip and I don't want to fly and pay that, hybrid's the way. Your gas mileage will, it's crazy.
Right, that's where I'm leaning towards. I feel like, because here's the thing. I mean, I want a truck just because I want a truck, right?
Yeah.
But I don't see myself getting my Tundra as a hybrid or as an electric or anything like that. But I mean, I would love to, if we can get an updated RAV4 and do, because I just want to pull a little pop-up that me and the wife can go get away for the weekend kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Us up in the mountains with the little pups, having a good old day, the whole 9 yards, right? So that might be where we end up going, dude. I mean, I was real excited with Tesla until they made that Tesla truck, and I'm like, I don't know about that one, coach.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love, I personally am not a fan of electric, but I get it. But for me, I can afford, my truck gets 24 miles to the gallon in the city.
Wow.
I spend $60 to get it filled up, and I do that maybe once a week.
Well, and with me, I've got, I'm a commuter. I spend about $200 minimum a month in gas on just my vehicle. Then I've got my wife's. It's expensive. Yeah. So, I mean, going electric might be what I end up doing once I get a garage. I don't know.
It's for you. You could, if that's what's going to work for you in your budget, that's what you need to do.
You heard it here first, guys. Jones is saying it's time to move hybrid. Pull a Hannah Montana. Get the best of both worlds. Oh, they don't like Hannah Montana. My bad. Let's move on to a different topic at this time. Let's go ahead and look at gaming. Now, gaming is such a wide spectrum, you know what I mean? And I hate to piss off the Nintendo fans, but we're not talking about the Wii U, okay? Where do you lie on the spectrum of gaming? As far as I see it, you have everyone who's the console people, and I swear by Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever. I don't care about that. I don't care how you game. Obviously, you and me are PC, PC strong, but the real question that I'm asking gamers at this point is, do you care more about graphics, or do you care more about the content of the story? Or the content of the game? Where is it taking you?
For me, for the longest time, I was literally on a dog trash computer. I paid like $300 for it. I could barely run Minecraft at 40 frames. And I was limited to 2 games. I could play CSGO, Minecraft, and maybe some browser games. But now, with my current PC, I could play so much more. But ideally, for me, it's majority the way with graphics, but I love story. I love Call of Duty campaign. I love Battlefield campaign. I love campaigns in general. Storyline is not the biggest for me. It's graphics. If I need to be able to run that game, and the story is literally just a really big bonus.
All right. It's interesting to hear how you say that, because that makes perfect sense. Because on this one, I'm actually on the other side. I will, dude. Listen, I'll break out my Xbox and I'll play WWE 19. Okay.
Oh, 100%.
And it is not the most graphically pleasing game, but I argue that it is the best. Is it 18 or 19? I think it's the one with AJ Styles, so I think it's 19. But that is, to me, rough graphics, but the content and how they make you run the story is amazing. A lot of the games that I'll play, I mean, Age of Empires, I stream that frequently.
Yeah.
That game came out in like 2002. And obviously they remastered it for Steam in 2013, which was literally all of my wet dreams coming true.
What are you doing, Step Bro?
But at that point, you know, it's been remastered again, the definitive edition. I haven't really played it, so I'm not going to say much about it. But for me, it's always been the story. You know, the way that those campaigns run. And the graphics are rough, but I mean, you at least understand what's going on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
graphics does play an important role. But for me, it's that story, man. I mean, Halo 1. I mean, do you remember how cool Halo 1 was when we played it? Oh, dude, these graphics are great. Looking at that now, no, dude, those graphics were shit. But that storyline, bro, you and Cortana had to fight and had to do what you had to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I understand. I don't want to... I feel like sometimes for me, the storyline will compensate a lot for bad graphics. You know? Because, again, you're not going to have... not every game is going to be an Uncharted game where they've spent so much time and effort into it. I'm speaking about Uncharted 3, by the way. Haven't played the fourth one. Where they put so much time into the story and the graphics, it was just a well-rounded masterpiece, you know? And I'm just sitting here saying, well, what's up and coming? What is our next big thing? You know what I mean, as far as gaming goes? I don't really know. I mean, obviously I talked to you about the Nerve gear at the beginning, but that's more of a joke thing, dude. I don't think we'll have that in our lifetime, but I'd really want us to.
Yeah.
I mean, where is gaming going to go from here?
It's such a broad spectrum, bro. It's literally nearly impossible to tell because like, let's go back to when Fortnite first came out in October of, what was it, 2018, 2019?
I got married in 17, so it was around 17, I think.
Yeah, I remember I was literally sitting on my bed. I looked, this new game just came out, Fortnite. Downloaded it. I sucked. I didn't play it.
We all did.
But it literally, it popped off. I would never have thought that game would be where it is today.
Yeah, Wozniak just confirmed that it did come out in 2017.
Yeah, that.
But I mean, who would have thought, man? Because you're in that zone. You know, you don't know what's going on, and then you get your victory royale, and you're just the happiest kid in the world, dude. I'm not gonna say on my own, but with my squad carried me, Jones. You know that, dude. You carry me now. But my squad for Fortnite, we I got carried big time. I was the leader. I'd do the call outs. I'd keep my eye on the circle. I'd be watching for other teams, right? And then obviously I had, the twins, my brothers, who would win the game, right? They would get a minimum combined 15 kills every game without a doubt. Yeah. They would just destroy these kids. And obviously they don't play Fortnite anymore. They moved to Call of Duty. And I mean, they still same shit, different game, right? But
yeah.
The one time, bro, they both got knocked. And it was me versus this one guy. And he was trying to do all these trick shots and crap, right? Because that was like the thing right then, right? When you had those pads that you could jump off of.
100% jump pads, yep.
And so he's doing that. He's trying to land trick shots and crap, dude. I'm just like, steady aim, bro. And I got that victory royale. It's on my YouTube, AaronKale93. Check out the YouTube. That's my one proud moment in Fortnite. I got so hyped, and I caught it on stream, which was lucky as hell that I was able to stream that win there. I mean, dude, the future of gaming, I don't know. I'm glad that esports is taking off in a phenomenal way. I'm happy to see that actual hang on.
but not really joined the squad.
I'm happy to see that, you know, some of these things have changed for the better. And again, dude, the University of Utah, where I am, they have an esports team now. They're getting serious into League of Legends, Rocket League. I don't know if they're doing
GTU
COD
does
or
too,
whatever
bro.
thing. I'm so excited that, you know, something that, you know, I was harassed for doing as a kid. You know, we had computer club, you know,
Yeah.
and it was just ridiculous that, you know, because I mean, I'd go home and we have a router, just like you've seen it on my desk, right? I have a router that has a switch to it with 8 different ports, so that, you know, and it's the same router from my childhood, dude. The same one, freaking 20 years later, it's the same router, works like a dream, that we would use to play Age of Empires LAN, or to play
Really?
stuff on our Xbox together, you know what I mean? Back when you could do Halo and stuff. So it was awesome. You know, and I mean, where we're looking at now, dude, where people can go do the VR and stuff like that.
That's mind blowing to me. I can't even, like, I understand VR, but dude, that the way that happened is just mind boggling.
I mean, and you can integrate this VR to Steam games. I have a game I love. It's called Super Hot. It's a 1-player game. Dude, playing that in VR is so trippy, dude. You're like ducking and looking around and crap. You know, other things like Phasmophobia in VR, dude.
Oh my God.
I bet you that
Oh my
game,
God.
dude. That game probably messes with you in a whole different way.
That's nightmares, dude.
I still jump at Phas, dude. I still jump at Phas. It's, yeah, you know, I've said to you a lot that, you know, Phasmophobia, I wasn't too pleased with some of the updates and stuff. I think I might get back into it, Jones. I think you talked me into it.
I mean, I'm here for it.
I mean, so after this, we're definitely playing Phas. But again, dude, there's just so much going on. PlayStation has VR. Again, this is something that everyone ignored. You know, everyone thought it was just a gimmick is a really great way that Nate put it. It's a gimmick. Everyone thinks, oh, it's just, you know, fake it till you make. No, VR is taking off. Some of my funniest things I've seen on TikTok are VR videos of a bunch of guys in a chat room just messing around, having a good time. You know, the boys jokes. I mean, those go on for years. So I'd really love to see that improve.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just grateful, dude. I mean, we're at the point where I may start getting into VR at the end of this year, just for the funsies. I obviously want more people to be able to do that with me, right? Because I feel like yourself and myself, we're social gamers.
Yeah.
The 1-player games, I mean, yeah, sure, when you're in your feels, do it, but like, for the most part, right? We're playing Ark together. We're taming dinos. We're shooting up cops in Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Like, it's all co-op. It's all team games.
Yeah.
But I can easily see us, dude, maybe by the end of this year, moving on to VR.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't be wrong. We'll come back to the nostalgia, to the classics, right? But I mean, that's something we need to look forward to for the future.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask, what, as of right now, this second, what is your favorite video game?
Oh God.
What is the go? What is, even if it's just for right now, what is at the top of the pinnacle for you?
That's such a honestly,
What's your number one right now?
I just started playing it. You got me into it. Is Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Let's go.
I'm not even kidding, dude. I've been watching YouTube videos on it.
Tell us about Dead by Daylight, Jones.
I'm a monster. I run around and I stab people in the back. Literally, it. I don't know. There's just something about it. I like if you have a good group of people, it makes it a better experience. There's so many people you could use. They're still pumping out updates, DLCs. there's so much to do, to learn.
Oh, 100%. And again, the social gaming, bro. That's where it's at, you know. You're feeling super. I can't play that game alone. I can't solo queue. I'll get eaten every time, you know. But I mean that feeling that you get when the squad jumps in, and you've got that 4-man team to take on the killer, dude. The baby.
Let's go.
I mean, you just can't not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I totally understand that. Mad respect. Dead by Daylight will always be one of my top favorite games. Right now for myself, dude, I gotta pull up and look. I mean, there's just so much I've been doing recently.
That's what I'm telling you. It's such a there's so much. It's nearly impossible.
It's hard. My favorite game right now at this very second, it would have to be Rocket League. It would.
Yeah.
I hate to, you know, I'm not a part of the bandwagon. I've been playing since the beginning. I bought the game back when I was never good at it, but I've learned and I've grown with it, you know. I'm still shit, by the way, but I mean, I enjoy it. It is arguably the most mechanically challenged game out there. You just can't be good. You know what I mean? You have to work at it. And you can't use hacks and none of that stuff. It doesn't work. You can't.
I got a question for you.
Let's have it, my sir.
What is your top 5?
Oh yeah, we don't got all day. Off the top of my head, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, rapid fire. Just top.
Rocket League, Age of Empires 2, Dead by Daylight. The Isle, and probably Ark if I didn't say Ark, if not Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, the Hidden King is going to be the WWE games. Yeah, I'm the only one who plays them, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Mine's literally the same because we play the same shit.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. I feel that. So, last game on video games. What is your nostalgic, man? What's that first game you ever played? What is your very first game?
Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2.
That's your first video game you ever played ever?
I did play Halo, but I didn't play it until like after. When I first got my 360, COD. COD was the first game I ever played. That and Minecraft. When Minecraft first came out for 360. That was the most fun I've ever had in a video game.
Minecraft is a lot of fun, bro. I just realized now that, I mean, the age gap, bro, is very real. Even though our personalities and, you know, being almost soulmates to an extent is, you know, the gaming is different. So your first system and your first video game was on an Xbox 360, is that right?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Actually, no, I take it back. It was a Wii.
Yo. Wii.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my hell.
Yes.
The Wii is... Wow, that is an old system if you think about it.
Wii Sports. Oh, my God.
So, the very first video game I think I ever played was... Oh my God, I'm trying to think. I'm so sorry, guys. Nate was mentioning something about Sonic and Tails on the Sega Genesis. Is the Genesis the small black boxed console? Because I don't want to mix that up with the Dreamcast.
And then
the Dreamcast was just a bad console. I am sorry, but my first console that my family owned, aside from PCs, was the Sega Gen. No, it's a black box. I mean, yeah, it's big. I don't know how big it is, but here, let me look it up real fast. I mean, we have time. We're not, you know.
Yeah, the Sega Genesis is that little black box.
Yeah, the original console of a Sega Genesis is what I had. And we had this game, I think it was like Commandos. But then I do also remember my dad having Sonic and Tails. And, that was my first immersion to what was console gaming. And then obviously, my dad, I don't know the name of the game, bro. But he had this game to what would be comparable now to like Overwatch or Team Fortress 2. It was a 8-on-8 game on the PC, 8 versus 8, and you would have guys with swords, guys with shotguns. So you had different like tiers or classes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And dude, my dad was so good at that game, bro. My dad was so good at that game. And so that's kind of my nostalgia, my first timers. My first console that I had myself was the original Xbox. And my first game for it was, I want to say Fusion Frenzy, which again, guys, this is 20 years ago almost, where this shit was coming out. And then obviously I had my very first PC very shortly after. And, since then I've always been drawn to PC gaming. Where, my wife, she loves her Nintendo Switch. It's portable. She can take it anywhere and do whatever she wants at any time. So that's crazy. It's interesting to see the age gap and the perspective, dude, of where we are. That's crazy, though. I mean, I'm not going to say 2 different generations, right? But, I mean, 2 different time periods in gaming. I mean, so much happened from where I started to where you are, dude. I remember playing on the Atari. Obviously, I'm not from the 70s and shit, right? But, like, the Atari was a console I was familiar with as a child. It wasn't my first, but I was familiar with it. And Pong? Dude, Pong is hard, okay? I don't have the coordination for that, bro. And then, one of my first getting into console, the N64, that came out, I think, in 2002. I could be wrong. I think it was 2002 or 98. I could be wrong. But when that came out, Pac-Man was huge. I remember playing Gauntlet Legends. I remember playing Super Smash Brothers, which, okay, Super Smash Brothers, the original, that also has to be one of the top 5. I'm gonna have to boot one of those out. I have a Nintendo 64. I would love to hook it up to the capture card and show you guys some gameplay, but 96, yeah, so 96. I was close. I wasn't sure. I backtracked a little bit to 98. So, I mean, I was close, but no, the Nintendo 64 was a beautiful... I backtracked. I said 2002, but I backtracked. But anyway, such a beautiful console. I mean, dude, gaming, we could talk about gaming for the rest of our lives.
True.
So good. So what's your nostalgia? What's your game when you're having a bad day? What's that game you always just fall back on?
Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
I think the world can agree that is one of the best games to ever be released to the general public.
That's like when I had a bad day at school, I'd come home, get on Nuketown, Slums, Raid, or I'd play Zombies. It is literally the best COD that ever was released.
I'm sure that the listeners are going to agree with you. From the storyline for Black Ops to where we are now with all the zombies and the different mods and game modes. I mean, I feel like that's easily one of the best releases. I think right now it's a little bit... Is saturated the right word I want to use, man, when it comes to Call of Duty? I feel like we're just getting the same shit different day. But
it was different back in the day, but now it's just like, okay, it's kind of...
Dude, listen. I feel like Call of Duty's creative team is the same creative team that WWE has hired for Monday Night Raw. They're struggling, dude. And we're not sure how long it's gonna stand. But... with that said, dude, that's crazy, man. I appreciate you being on the show, Jones. Yeah, we're on wrap-offs, dude. But where can we find you? Go ahead and send us your plugs.
All right, so I have to DM it to you because I just made this not too long ago. I'm gonna try and start, but it's gonna be my YouTube channel.
Let's go. Awesome. So, guys, if you're looking for Jones, you can reach him, obviously, in my Discord.
Yeah.
He did just start a YouTube channel. It is KT6 Jones. And we're going to go ahead and drop that in the chat for you guys. You can check out our boy. Kind of give him some feedback. Help him figure out what he needs to do. And let's drop some follows or subscribes, right, for YouTube. Let's get him some subs, man. Let's help our boy out. Help him reach his dreams of being... someone who can provide you content that you'd actually love to listen to and such. With that said, man, I just appreciate you taking the time to be on today. Last but not least, I obviously want to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
I understand that you're not a father, like, biologically or anything at this time, bro. But you and I both know there's people who call you daddy. So, I mean, happy Father's Day to you. And, I appreciate your time and everything.
Yeah, no thanks. I appreciate it. Let me on here talking. It was fun.
With that said, guys, make sure that you stay tuned. We're going to be dropping episodes twice a week, wherever you get your podcasts. You will see them on Twitch first. From there, we'll upload them possibly to YouTube after some minor editing. And then, obviously, wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Apple, wherever they are, you can go there and look at it. We do have our initial pilot episode that launched a year and a half ago that's pretty bad. Please don't give that a 1-star rating. But obviously, we look forward to seeing you next time. Next week is going to be huge. We're going to be talking about movies, streaming services, how that applies to us, where we're at. And we're going to talk a lot about a little bit of TV versus cable. We've got a couple big releases and movies that we want to talk about. And obviously, we're going to just have a good time, talk about games, share some memes. So that said, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. AaronKale93 is the platform you can find me at on Twitch, on Instagram, on Twitter, on the Hub. I'm just kidding. I got banned. I'm too sexy. So with that, thank you guys for your time. Also on YouTube, we're going to try to build up a YouTube channel, so be looking for that, guys. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We're going to be launching new episodes all the time. Thank you so much for your time. You guys are all freaking gods. And love you. Thanks. Bye.